Welcome, everybody. We are so excited that you're here with us today for the seven-figure blueprint to launching an online business in 2025. My name is Kristy, and I am here with my good friend Aldrin, and we are so excited to share with you the business model that has truly changed our lives. Whether this is your first masterclass or you have seen several, but you haven't found the exact right fit for you, but you know there's a way. This is that way, and we could not be more excited to share it with you. We believe that there are no coincidences. You are here for a reason, and we believe that reason is going to be shown to you through this webinar, and we're going to show you how to create an empowering lifestyle and career that you truly love. So let's dive in. Why are we here? So we are going to show you how this business is unlike anything else in the online space. We offer you real financial solutions, a return on your investment, and leveraged income opportunities. We're going to also teach you how you can start and duplicate this process with us as your mentors, utilizing our proven sales and systems for marketing. And then last but not least, we're going to help show you how you can share the products we're partnered with, as well as the patented compensation plan that has allowed us to generate multiple five-figure months while promoting health and sustainability. But first, I want to introduce myself. Hello, I am Kristy. It is so nice to meet you guys. So, a little bit about me. I have been a corporate worker, or was a corporate worker, for over 24 years. It was honestly like the path that I was on. I was fine with working until I was 65 or 70. I did what most people do. You get a job, you climb the corporate ladder, you get your degree, and then somewhere along the way, I realized that there's got to be more to trading my time for money. There's got to be a way to get more in my life than what I had, which was still a great life. But I knew that I wanted something more fulfilling and something that could lead me to a path for early retirement. So, fast forward over 3 years now into my own online business. I am officially retired from the corporate world. I am a multi six-figure online business owner. Fun fact, I did $50,000 in sales in my first 60 days. I really am able to create and generate more experiences and memories with my family thanks to this business. My next goal is to retire my hubby from the corporate world and really just on a mission to help improve so many other people's lives. With that being said, I want to pass it over to Aldrin and have him introduce himself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Aldrin Vicente. I'm from here in Southern California, and I'm so excited for you guys. And there's a lot for ground for us to cover. But, I'm coming from a background of spending 9 years working dead-end restaurant jobs, okay? I have no college degree, no experience earning money online whatsoever. I was actually working 3 jobs at the time that I came across this business model, and my wife was working too. And so I want you to wrap your head around that. Most people think if they want to make more money, they need to trade more time for that money. And we were working 5 jobs collectively between us two, and we still had no time, still had no money. So obviously, the system is broken, right? And for me, I was lacking the guidance. I had no direction in life, and I had very low hope because I didn't have a vision that was casted for the future. But fast forward to now, we actually broke free from the matrix, or broke free from, working these dead end jobs back in 2017. We were able to quit all of our jobs. I've actually generated multiple 6 figures in income online as an online business owner, largest month being $47,000, which is just mind blowing to me because that was more money than both of my parents were making on an annual basis. Now we are ready to travel the world, with myself, our daughter. She's 15 months old at the time of this video. We've traveled to 15 plus countries. And just for me, moving forward, our goal is to help hundreds of other people accomplish the exact same success and freedom with this online business. So let's talk about affiliate marketing, right? Why are we here? What exactly is high ticket affiliate marketing, and what's the benefit? So there's 2 ways to make money in the online space. You're either promoting products or services, or both. But what most people don't know is that they don't need to be your products, and they don't even need to be your services, right? The beautiful thing about affiliate marketing, partnering with established companies and products that are already in high demand and getting paid for it, the reason being is there's no market research, there's no product development, you don't need to stock up your own inventory, you don't need to be chained to a desk all day or cold calling strangers that don't necessarily want or need your product or service. So I want you guys to understand that whoever solves the biggest problems gets paid the biggest paychecks. So I want to call attention to the big problem that we're all facing right now. It's all over the media. It's all over social media. People are talking about it left and right. So let's talk about water really quick. What most people don't understand, especially about bottled water, is that there's over 24,000 cancerous chemicals that are found in the leading water bottle brands all around the world. Over 64% of bottled water is just tap water put into a plastic bottle. More than 1/3 of these major water brands that I just referred to are violating industry standards for water quality and safety. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from Fox News, CNN, all the different media streams around the world. Bottled water companies do not produce water, guys. They only produce plastic. And these single-use plastic water bottles are detrimental to our health, and they're destroying our planet. So one thing that really shocked me when I first learned about this was all the contaminants that are actually found in our water. 93% of the bottled water that you're buying from the stores contain microplastics. And it's a lot worse than we once believed. There's over 250,000 nanoparticles of plastic in every single water bottle that you and your family and your kids are drinking. And these plastics often contain a myriad of toxic chemicals known as neurotoxins, carcinogens, and endocrine disruptors. And we wonder why hormones are all out of whack. We wonder why, low birth weight, birth defects, ADHD, ADD, autism are on the increase. And obviously why testosterone is at an all-time low, right? It's because of the contaminants that are being found in our water. So if you go to ewg.org/tap water, you can actually enter your zip code. This is mine right here on the right-hand side. Right here in my city, there are over 30 different contaminants, 17 of which exceed health guidelines. And it's not really shocking when you really start to understand where our water is coming from, right? We're bathing in this. We're washing our fruits and vegetables, washing our hands, giving our children baths, and there's chemicals, drugs, odors, sediment, rust, chlorine, fluoride, lye, arsenic, lye, LYE. That is the #1 ingredient in rat poison. It is being found in our tap water. And so another train of thought is that people are like, okay, well, let me just drink single-use plastic water bottles. Well, then we start to look at the detriment or the impact that it's making on our oceans, right? There's over 200 million metric tons of plastic in our oceans at the time of this video. That's 3 times the size of France. And for all of you that are here in the United States, that's 3 times the size of Texas. They just don't want you to know about it. They're not talking about it, right? So back to you, Kristy.
So let me ask you guys, thank you so much. This is really, it blew my mind when I first learned about this incredible product, which comes along with this amazing business opportunity. Is ask yourself this: how much water do you drink per day? Have you ever actually thought about what's in your water? And now we've kind of answered the question: do you think bottled water is cleaner than tap, and is it actually good for your health? And the answer is no. Whether you're either sacrificing bottled water with all the microplastics, or you're going to consume the tap water or filtered fridge water that's coming from tap with all the contamination. And neither one of these are great options. So this is where we're like, let's really think about what we're putting into our bodies, because did you know that our bodies are made up of 72% water? So doesn't it make sense to consume the best water possible? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to pass it back over to Aldrin, and he's going to talk about the breakthrough in water technology that has completely transformed our lives and thousands of others.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing, guys, is understand that the entire makeup of our body is water, 65 to 70% of that, right? And so I didn't really understand how water could be healthy, right? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, raw juices, all these supplements that people are talking about on a daily basis. But they're missing the biggest piece of the puzzle when it comes to our overall health and longevity. So in Japan in the 70s, they actually discovered a revolutionary way to mimic naturally occurring miracle waters. So I'm not sure if you've heard of Lourdes, France, or Tlaquate, Mexico, or Hunza Valley, Pakistan, but there are places around the world where this naturally occurring healthy water takes place. And what they found out was that they had what was called active molecular hydrogen. So This company that we're talking about here today, eNagic, is one of the companies that we've actually partnered with because they manufacture medical grade water ionizers since 1974. So what we're talking to you guys on this web class today is nothing new. It's actually been around for 5 decades already. The reason you've maybe never heard of eNagic is because they're based in Osaka, Japan. And this is the only medical ionizer company in the world with its own OEM, original equipment manufacturing facility in Japan. And I actually visited this factory. Kristy, I'm not sure if you did when you
Yeah.
were in Okinawa, right? So this is incredible stuff. When we went to Japan this past year, I was able to see their quality control processes. And there's no guess to why they have ISO certifications, and not just one, they have multiple. So OEM, meaning original equipment manufactured, 100% of these medical devices are made in-house by eNagic, okay? eNagic is registered as a medical equipment manufacturer in Japan. So we're not talking to you about fancy water filters. We're not talking to you about glorified water systems. We're talking to you about licensed, certified, registered medical equipment in Japan. They actually received the gold water seal for the Water Quality Association, which is the hardest certification that you can get in terms of drinking water. Over 1 million Kangen water machines have been sold worldwide in the past 5 decades. They're currently being used in over 300 hospitals in Japan. They're used in over 32,000 restaurants, and only 1 in 500 homes in the United States has one of these devices. So again, we're positioning ourselves in front of a trend health technology that is already being endorsed by over 6,000 medical doctors all over the world. So the K8 that we're going to be talking about here today, just so you guys know, Kangen in Japanese actually means return to origin. So this water that we're drinking, this water that we're going to be talking to you guys about today, right? Loaded with antioxidants, high pH, alkaline, restructured water, rich with active molecular hydrogen, and it has a negative ORP, which means oxidation reduction potential. This water is helping our body return to origin because we're all born healthy, right? We're not born to be sick. We're not born to have illnesses and diseases. So this K8 that you're looking at is a medical grade water ionizer that creates active, alkalized, hydrogen-rich drinking water. Now, what are antioxidants and why are they so important? This is the reason that we eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, raw juices. This is why the doctor tells you to eat blueberries, strawberries, acai berries, green tea, cod liver oil, right? Now, 1.5 liters of hydrogen water every single day is equivalent to the antioxidant value provided by hundreds of fruits and vegetables. Now, we can't possibly eat enough fruits and vegetables in one day to get the same amount of antioxidants as 1 glass of Kangen water. And that's not coming from me. That's coming from the medical advisor of Harvard, okay? So Kangen water has the highest antioxidant content compared to any liquid on the planet. And antioxidants benefit the body by neutralizing and removing these free radical cells from our bloodstream. Now, on the alkaline factor, right? Anything that's alkaline promotes health and energy in our body naturally. That's science, that's fact. Anything that's acidic promotes sickness and disease in the body. That's science, that's fact, okay? So what causes disease is acidic foods and drinks, negative emotions and stress. What causes health in our body is alkaline foods and waters promoting positive emotions and healthy activities in the body. So alkaline rich water actually helps to balance the body's pH, which tends to be overly acidic because of the high acid food diets, stress, exposure to environmental toxins, and disease cannot thrive in an alkaline environment, okay? Now, as far as active hydrogen goes, I encourage everybody here to do their research on active molecular hydrogen. This is actually a therapeutic potential for over 170 different disease models, human disease models, including Parkinson's, cancer, Alzheimer's, Crohn's disease, etc. Now, let me pump the brakes really quick and just let you guys know that we're not here to tell you that the water heals or cures or treats or prevents anything. We cannot do that, right? What we're telling you is that active molecular hydrogen that's found in this water has already been known as a novel antioxidant. It's an anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, anti-diabetic, and anti-tumor properties. This is not based on me and Kristy. This is based on published medical articles that you can find in the National Library of Health and Medicine. So this is why we drink this water every single day, and this is why we share it passionately with others. So what's amazing is that the K8, these water ionizer systems, they don't just produce one type of water, they actually produce 5 different types of water that have over 100 different uses in the household. So drinking Kangen water that's alkalized, antioxidant rich all day, every day, that's good for drinking, for coffees, for teas, for cooking. The clean water is neutral. It's not acidic. It's not alkaline. It's right there in the middle. So it's perfect for baby food, baby formula, taking medication. Beauty water, I already know that we sprayed a little bit of this right before this call, right? So beauty water is fantastic for your skin and for your hair. It's actually a facial toner. It's an astringent. The 11.5 and the 2.5, probably some of my favorite waters that the machine makes. 11.5 is strong alkaline, whereas 2.5 is strong acidic. So the 11.5 is used as a degreaser. It can actually emulsify and break down oils. And so you can use that to clean your fruits and vegetables, get rid of pesticides, and clean your kitchen. Stain remover, but also the 2.5 is what's called hypochlorous acid. Do your research on hypochlorous acid and you'll find out that it's actually 100 times more powerful at disinfecting than bleach. Okay, so for all of you that are into the non-toxic way of living, right? There's a reason that Kristy's going to talk about all the different things that this machine replaces, but phenomenal stuff, guys. Really, really pay attention to this information, right?
Good. So good. Oh my gosh. I remember the first time like learning about this and just being mind blown. So you're probably there and very exciting. This machine really does replace so many different things and I will not list them all, but you can take a look over here on the left-hand side. It saves the average family of 4 a minimum of $2,000 a year. Honestly, most people are spending thousands of dollars a year on bottled water alone to, again, consume microplastics. And this machine can really create that non-toxic living and promote better health and sustainability, which is so great. So let's talk about the paradigm shift that's happening. We get so excited about this. So when we think about where we're at in the world, health has become more of a priority and focus than it ever has before for so many people because we understand that health is wealth. At the end of the day, without that, we have nothing. And I think, post-pandemic, there's a lot of people's values have shifted to focusing on not just the freedom and the value of time but also my health, right? And we
Mm.
see happening in the world. So this is a really great example of like where we're going and why you want to start a business that is on an upward trajectory when you're looking at all these different ways to make money online. Like, where do I go? Well, one, we already talked about Enagic has got roots that are deep, over 50 years going strong, and we haven't even hit momentum yet. We're in that phase now. We're launching into that. And so if you think about in the past, right, it's like Blockbuster to Netflix, hotels to Airbnbs, taxi cabs to Uber, retail to Amazon, gas to Tesla. Now it is next up, bottled water to water ionizers. And what I
Mm.
get so excited about is that Enagic is the #1 water ionizer in the world. We do over $1 billion in sales a year, and people are starting to learn about this on such a wider scale. So no better time to not just have one and own one for yourself, but to also create a business that's going to truly be long lasting and help support your goals for your life. So
Amen. Yep.
yeah, it's
Absolutely.
it's an investment that keeps on giving. It improves your overall health and well-being, reduces plastics and helps the environment, saves money and time, and enables you to build a freedom-based business online that is yours. So let's talk about why you're here. How much money can you make with this business? So this is really something that just blew my mind. And we're going to get into showing you all of these pieces of the compensation plan that have, again, just completely transformed and shifted how we view making an income and how we've been able to create multiple 5-figure months. First, I want to start by saying this is not an MLM or a pyramid. I always like to joke and say a pyramid is what you get on any traditional 9 to 5 job, which is why I'm assuming that you're here is that you don't want to be in that, right? The pyramid where you've got the CEO at the top making all the money, you've got middle managers, and then the kind of worker bees at the bottom doing all the work, making the least amount of money. In fact, some people don't even have the opportunity to make multiple or any type of five-figure months in their current job because unless you get to that top 1% as a CEO or high level C suite member of management. So that is not what this is. This is a true direct sales model where you can make more money than the person who referred you. And what I absolutely get excited about is we are also with Enagic part of the Direct Selling Association, which is a very difficult and highly accredited organization that really like speaks to the fact of the validity to Enagic and what we've been able to achieve and accomplish
Mm.
over 5 decades. There are no monthly qualifications, no inventory, no auto ships, no deranking, no licensing. It's an accumulative sales model, multiple ways to earn income, pays daily, and also has the ability to generate true passive income. And let's be honest, if you're not learning additional streams of income or how to make money when you sleep and finding a way to create passive income, you'll constantly be trading your time for money in some form or fashion. So this is definitely something that is unique and something you probably have never seen before. And I know after working over 2 decades in corporate, I got really excited seeing a little bit about these next few slides. So here it is, the gold we're going to share with you guys. So Enagic has a patented 8-point compensation plan, meaning that it is patented. No one else can replicate or duplicate this model. So we are going to show you two different kind of amounts essentially that you can earn as you build this business. But with that being said, we're going to start with the K8 since we just learned about the K8. Each point of commission, and remember there are 8, is worth $350 on a K8. So when you are starting this business, you're at minimum on your first 1 to 2 sales earning $350. By your third sale, 3 sales, you're making $700 per sale.
Wow.
And as you continue to increase, you can see getting to 101 sales, you're making over $2,000 on one machine sale. Like, think about how much time you put in right now at your current job to make $2,000. Just that alone, right? Like how much time are you trading for that? That is one sale. Do you know 5, 10, 20 people that drink water or that want more income or want a way to, build a freedom-based business? I think everybody's pretty much looking for health or wealth at this point or a combination, and you're going to have it.
100%. And one thing I want to add right here too, Kristy, is because when I first looked at this, I didn't really understand the compensation structure. So I was like, how am I going to sell 100 of these to get to that top rank? What we want you guys to understand is that this is an accumulative sales system, meaning it's not just pumping up these numbers and getting that type of unit sold. It's a collective thing. It's a teamwork. It's a very team driven thing that we're doing with this business. Is when I hit that top rank of the company where I'm earning over $2,000 a unit, I didn't sell 100 of these. I actually only sold 11. So understand that it's a team-based business and we all get to grow and learn and earn together, right? So just wanted to clarify that these are not necessarily only you directly. This is really just your entire organization, your entire team. And just back to you, Kristy.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for clarifying. So let's talk a little bit about the most popular way that people get started. And we're going to dive more into this a little bit later. But we want to talk about what we call the quad. The quad is our most popular package where you can start with 4 products, which would be the 2K8s, as we've already covered. One is for you, and then one would be a loaner machine. Once you are, you drink this water and have someone drinking this water, it will literally after a few weeks, they're like, I gotta like have one of these. So it's a great way just to like share the water, help people with potentially issues that they have, but also, spread the health. We also have, the company has an Anespa shower spa. That is the second product you'll see right at the top there on the left-hand side. And essentially what that does is it replaces your shower head. It removes all the chlorine from your water and has an internal mineralized cartridge with hot stones from Japan. So it produces mineral ion water, super good for your hair and skin. And then the third product you see there is the Ukon, which is the year supply of turmeric, which is a powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. When you come in, if you're like, I love this already, this is really going to get you excited. When you start with a quad, you can actually fast track your business. And essentially, what that means, you would be starting off making 3 points commission on your very first quad sale, meaning you're making over $3,000 on your first sale. And as you can see, as you continue to increase and build your organization and your volume, indirectly or directly, you're going to be making over $6,000 per sale. So when
Wow.
you're thinking about what is my path to a 5-figure month, to a 10K month, a 20K month, a 30K month, right? This is how, because when you're making 2 to 4 direct or indirect sales per month and you're at that level, you have a 5-figure month and it gets better. So I'm going to let Aldrin share a little bit about what happens, past making $6,000 per sale. What if I want more? And this is that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, my mentality, I was just like always looking straight to the top, right? I looked immediately to 6A. I'm like, that's where I want to go. I see the value, I see the vision. I don't want to work multiple restaurant jobs anymore. Plus, it helps people with their health. I mean, the quad is the ultimate health hack. It's the ultimate, bundle that you want to get to start your business in terms of generational health and generational wealth. Now, what got me even more excited was the fact that 6A was actually not the top. 6A is like, okay, now you're a general. Now we got to earn our stripes. Now we're going to help other people achieve that same thing too. Because, as the leader does, so does the team, right? So when you hit 6A, the company pays you a $3,000 bonus check, right? That's fantastic. Once you help 2 people achieve the rank of 6A as well, you hit what's called 6A2, which is helping 2 people hit 6A, right? You get a $6,000 bonus check, and now you're accessing monthly and quarterly bonuses. Now, if you continue that trend and you help 2 people hit 6A2, you reach what's called Dash 2, which is exactly where I'm at right now. You got a $12,000 bonus check. I actually have it sitting right here in front of me. And so 6A2 Dash 2 is when you help 2 people hit 6A2, also monthly and quarterly bonuses. Now, this is what I was looking at because I'm thinking retirement. I'm thinking generational wealth. I wanted to leave something behind for my daughter that, lasts longer than myself on this planet, right? So at 6A2-3, not only do you get a $25,000 bonus check, but you now start earning $5,000 a month for life. That's a monthly bonus, okay? Imagine that, guys. Do the math. How much would you need liquid in a money market account to be earning $5,000 a month passively every single month? You would need over $1 million compounding at more than 6% interest for you to have $5,000 a month bonus or monthly passive income, right? Now, it goes even further than that. This is willable. You can actually pass this down to your children, okay? So that means that my daughter does not need to, start all over. She gets to carry the torch. She gets to pick up exactly where I left off. And there's other amazing things that happen at 6A2-3. And just so you know, this is not the top. There's even more. But for the sake of this video and, Kristy and I just keeping this time condensed, we really just wanted to show you guys the path to an early retirement. Now, think about that. I barely turned 30, okay? What we've accomplished in X amount of years, we want to show you guys how to accomplish in less than 3 to 5. Imagine hyperdriving or getting on that fast track, starting your business with a quad. Oh, side note, remember, when you're helping each person hit 6A or 6A2, since you're starting with the quad, that's essentially you also. So you have full control over those positions as well. Kristy, is there anything that I'm leaving out on this slide right here that other
I
people
know.
should miss?
So good. And, I would just say, I started this business after, again, over 24 years. I had experience in corporate and I was a lucky one to have a pension. And I would just say that when I looked back on my pension, when I was able to quit my job and retire and do my business full time, it would be like $600 a month that I would be earning from that pension. And while I'm grateful for anything and everything, that is not going to cut it, right?
Mm.
Especially like as time continues to pass. I want more for myself, for my family, and for my kids. And so it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're, 18 years old, you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I have people in their 70s that are literally getting started in this business.
True.
because whether you are retired and you know you have more to give, or you need more for the future, or you want more, or you want to find that path, right, to more freedom in your life, this is it. And where you will get building this business is going to outweigh any 9 to 5 structure that you have. So
One
very
that one 1000%. And the last thing I want to say about that last slide is just the beautiful thing about this is when you help other people get what they want in life, by default, that's when we're blessed as well. So the only way that we can climb with this company is to help other people, right? So amazing.
love it. Yes. Yes. Okay. So it is so much more simple than you think. So you don't have to figure out how to do this all on your own. We've done that for you. And so you're going to learn step by step how to set up your own automations. And so what I want to say is this, if you're sitting here thinking, all right, so far I like it, I see it. Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. But again, maybe you're thinking, I don't know any, but you don't have to. This is why we're here
Mhm.
and we're online. We are a world online. There are over 3 billion people on social media every single day. The average American spends 3 to 5 hours a day on their phone, most
Wow.
many more than that. And so, the other cool thing, digital marketing is what, and that is a path. There are several paths to building this business. But if one of those is, you want to learn digital marketing where you can place an ad online for $3 to $5 a day where people are coming to you to learn more, that is powerful. And that
Amazing.
this industry is projected to reach over 786 billion in revenue by 2026.
Wow.
So when you're coming in with a high ticket, product, and business plan that can, really compensate you for that time, and then you couple it with digital marketing, it's like, it's just a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
because you don't have to bug or bother friends and family. And I think that's like one of the biggest reasons that people walk away from these types of business models. They're like, hey, I don't want to bug or bother friends and family. I don't want to have to sample product. I don't want to have to do, demonstrations in my living room or anything like that. And that's the power of working in the online space and leveraging automations, just like you guys are watching this video. You get to learn more as you get to earn more as you learn more. But even you being the newest member, you guys get to utilize the resources and systems that we've already put together for you, which is incredible, right?
So good. Yep. So paid marketing, I kind of just mentioned that's the digital marketing piece. Very affordable with a massive ROI. Again, $5 a day. You can be running ads online to promote the business and help people who are looking for exactly what you have to offer. And everything's a business write-off. So we'll talk more
Mm,
about that a little later. You reach thousands of people. We all start at zero followers. Didn't know
yep.
what I was doing, no experience. It doesn't matter. We're a global business. You're reaching people around the world, and it's automated 24/7. When you're working, when you're eating, when you're sleeping, when you're vacationing, your business is still running and people are coming into you, to learn more about this incredible business. We also have an amazing online community with, additional Telegram chats and weekly masterminds and support from 6 and 7 figure earners in the online business space. You will not be alone when you start this business. You are not, that is the one thing that I didn't even know I really needed and how excited I was. Your life will change before it even financially changes if you go all in and you lock arms with people who are thinking bigger, on a bigger mission and path, to, yeah, true time and financial freedom. It's incredible.
Amen.
And we have a fantastic training platform. So if you do want to build it online, it is step by step by step, everything that you need to be successful. It is world class. Within 30 days, you will have a fully functioning online business up and running. And again, there's multiple different strategies from not just paid ads, but also organic, online, offline. And we partner with you to help you and, build your business in whatever way aligns with you the most.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some frequently asked questions. Obviously people like what they see, but they always have some, disbelief or maybe some hesitancy. So we really want to clear up that space for you as well, right? So a lot of people are like, hey, this is amazing, but it seems too good to be true. Like, how do I know that I'll get results? Well, the reality is that you don't, right? This is not a get rich quick gimmick, right? This is a legitimate business that you are building, and anything worthwhile takes time and hard work. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the most fun, most fulfilling, most rewarding hard work that you're ever going to put into anything, right? Your success or failure is solely based on your ability to commit, be coachable, and show up for yourself and show up for your business, right? We can't do this for you, but you're going to be in business for yourself but not by yourself, as Kristy just showed you with the community and the support and the platform that we've already built for you. So committing to this business for the next 3 to 5 years can literally set you and your family free for the rest of your life. So the question is are those 3 to 5 years going to pass anyway? And if you were to spend that with your job or with what you're currently doing, will it set you free? That's the big question, right? Now, what if you have zero experience? So experience is actually not needed. We didn't have any experience earning money online. I mean, I didn't have a big social media following. My wife created my Instagram account for me, all right? And so you don't need any experience with automation, sales, marketing for that matter. Most people that join our community are starting without any previous experience whatsoever. And if you do have experience, great. That just gives you that cutting edge, right? It just allows you to launch your business much faster, right? So how long will it take to succeed? Well, what you put in, you will get out, right? We recommend a minimum of, 1 to 2 hours per day. Instead of scrolling social media or watching Netflix or binge watching TV, you could be using that time to build an online business. Just like Kristy mentioned, most people are spending 3 to 5 hours a day just scrolling in that scroll hole and they're not making money. So imagine shifting that time and focus and energy into building an online business that's sustainable, that can pay you for a lifetime. So if it's not a matter of if you will succeed, it's just a matter of when, right? And that's obviously solely based on you. Now, do you need to invest money to start? The short answer is a big fat yes. Okay. So all businesses require a startup investment. You are trading time for money here. This is not a job. As a business owner or investor, you are leveraging money to make money. Okay. And the beautiful thing about our community is that we offer countless ways to finance your business. And most people actually start with zero down. And remember, I was working 3 restaurant jobs at the time. Okay. I was able to start my business for $0. Okay. So beautiful stuff. And obviously that will be covered on your one-on-one strategy call with your coach. Now back to you, Kristy. This is the most exciting part. And I love the way that she shares with people. Yeah, this is great.
All right, so we're going to go through a few different options. So we've shown you the amazing products that we're partnered with. We've shown you the incredible compensation plan to a true path to not just health, but wealth is what you're, most likely here for and looking for. Now we're going to talk about your investment options and ways to get started. We do have several options. So as we start through these, I want you to first set your mindset to this. It is not about what you can't do. It's not about how it can't work. It's about how can I make it work? If you are excited about what you've seen so far, if you can't be excited about the compensation plan, 5-figure months and freedom, and then be scared of the investment.
Mm.
This is where you are going to find your path to truly making a change, is not being scarcity, not being afraid to say, yeah, I'm betting on me. Because the truth is we'll go out and buy new fridges and dishwashers and new cars and, all these things, we'll spend,
Liabilities. Yeah.
liabilities. We'll spend, we'll a semester in school, you can use to and replace that to essentially start an online business. Like there are so many different things you can compare and equate this to, but none of those things, those liabilities are going to make you the money back. So let's dive into different ways to get started with this incredible business. So the quad is the what I was mentioning earlier. It's the 4-product approach where you're fast tracking your business to over $3,000 on your very first sale. Within 4 sales, you will make your full investment back. Your investment back is going to be right around $16,720, not including taxes and shipping. And with this, you will automatically receive a kickback commission of $930. So just be thinking about, wow, like let's say you do go with a 0% APR credit card or a loan. That's probably, 3 to 7 months of payments right there alone that you don't even
Wow.
worry about, which is so incredibly powerful. And
That's
again, we're fast tracking the business, right? So this is a great option to get started. Then we also have the trifecta. So instead of the 4 product, this is a 3 product approach. This is right over 11,000 with taxes and shipping. Again, we'll talk about financing options in a minute, so just hang with us there. You do receive a kickback commission of over 400 or of $465, and you would make $1,320 on your very first trifecta sale. So that kind of just gives you a couple different options. Then, of course, we have the single product K8 strategy where it's 5,400, not including taxes and shipping. You don't receive a kickback commission on this, and you start at the 1 point commission that we shared, which is $350.
And
What
Kristy, really, really quick, I do want to mention something right here because when I first got started, I did this just because I was broke. I had no way of kind of, doing that. And I want you guys to understand, like knowing what I know now, man, I wish I knew the quad. Like I really wish I knew about the quad and the trifecta, which is what Kristy's going to talk about right now. But really, really pay attention to this next slide, guys, because this is going to hit home. Okay.
This is the big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is really going to break down the investment in ROI. Okay. So, first, let's just pause and say everything is a full tax write off. If you've never had your own business before, which I'm sure many haven't, and if you have, great, you can see the wheels are probably turning and you're getting this even quicker. But
Hmm.
having a full tax write off on all of your products, anything else associated with the business is absolutely life changing. And so I just want to like highlight it is a full tax write off. Again, there are many different ways to finance your business. Again, you'll on your strategy call, one-on-one strategy call, we'll break down where you're at. If you are determined to make a change in your life and find a way, there is a way that we will help you find. It's very rare that we don't have a way, but a few like very popular options are again depending on credit score, potentially is a 0% APR card option. I personally already had a credit card with a higher limit that I did mine on. There's personal loans, 401k, just so many different ways to get started. And so you're looking at anywhere from $50 to $350 a month, depending on your credit, to get started based off what package that you get. So that's insane. That's even a quad investment on a 0% APR card down, you're paying less than most people pay for a monthly car payment. And now you have something that's going to literally have the potential to change your life and make you so much more money back. If you break down the investment, which I kind of already covered for you, I really want you to look at the ROI. This is based off of 10 sales of that same package. So if you come in with a quad, you're again investing just over 16,000, not including taxes and shipping. Your ROI on your first 10 quad sales, you're going to be making almost $40,000. You will
Wow.
double your investment like within helping 10 people. 10 people
Yeah.
get started in this business. That's incredible. And you can kind of see the trifecta, same. You're still got a great ROI coming in at just almost 20,000. There's the 2 product approach and then the single product. You're making money within your first 10 sales, no matter how you start. The question is, how fast do you want to go based off of your goals and where you're at in your life?
Amen. Absolutely. You don't only want to look at startup investment, guys. You really want to look at your return on that investment. And so, sometimes we had to take a step backwards to take 10 steps forward. And that's really what this is. And again, coming from personal experience, coming from somebody that's been involved with this business for 8 years now, man, I wish I knew about the quad. So beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
We're
so
really
good.
out here. Now, on closing thoughts, first of all, Kristy already mentioned this. This is, tax write-off, but you also, as a business owner, get access to a whole bunch of different tax benefits and advantages as well. See, as a W-2 employee, we already have all that money taken from us and we have no control over that. So realistically, the people that are taxed the highest are the people that are getting paid hourly or on a salary basis. Now, being a business owner, imagine being able to spend more money on your business, including travel, including fun experiences and going out to the restaurants and going out to, have all these different memories with your people. And for the simple fact that we have financing options available for 100% of you watching this video. I mean, it doesn't matter if your credit is in the tank or if it's really high up there above the 750, 800 plus mark. We have different options for anybody. And I really believe that this business model is designed for the broke person that wants to be rich and free. And because, when you look at other options, guys, especially here in the United States, most businesses are anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 to start. and 98% of them fail within the first 3 years. Like, those are not good odds. But with this business, we will personally guarantee your success just based on the community and the support that we're going to be offering you. So again, you're not doing this all alone. You're not reinventing the wheel. You really have us at your disposal and just leveraging us, you know? So, and then obviously with Kristy talking about the quad, I want you guys to wrap your head around the simple fact that 25 sales, 25 referrals is already paying you 125,000 plus in commissions. Like, show me another product, show me another affiliate program that pays you this big, right? Essentially, what we've shown you guys what to do on this short webinar is how to make your first $100,000, how to have your first $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, and beyond. And again, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And so I always like to paint the picture of like, what's the worst case scenario, right? See, in other businesses, the worst case scenario is really, I mean, you know, bankruptcy, you know, failing your business, losing all the money, right? With this business, I actually don't see any risk whatsoever. I see no downturn at all, because the worst possible scenario with this business model is you and your family still get to enjoy the benefits of having all these wonderful health products in your home. And if we didn't mention that already, these water ionizers, since they are medical grade, they actually last over 30, 40 plus years. And so you're only going to buy one ever, right? It's going to last you a lifetime. And the company actually allows us to say that. So is there anything else that you wanted to add onto that closing thoughts, Kristy?
No, I just, it's so often to get to this point and, be excited and maybe even a little nervous of, oh my gosh, like, could this be the thing? And I would just say, sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. And, if you want to see a change in your life, you got to make a change. And so we're here to support that. And I'm excited for you guys. And I'm glad that you've stuck around to this point.
Absolutely. And considering you guys have made it to the end of this video, first of all, we thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention, your focus, and your energy, here with us. Obviously, we're very passionate about what we do because we have seen not only what these health products do in people's life, but also the business. Like, yes, it's exciting that we're improving our health, but what's more exciting is when you start to see people that you're coaching really changing their lives in more ways, right? So the next steps, let's talk about that really quick, right? I want you guys to really think about, moving forward, what you say and what you do needs to be congruent. And what I mean by that is people dream big, people set goals, people talk about wanting to change their lives until it comes time to actually take action, right? What we say and what we do needs to be congruent. And when those two things align, when we say we want to change our life and when we actually take the action that's necessary to do so, that's when magic happens. And that is the only time that we can actually make these positive and everlasting changes in our life. So what I want you guys to do now is reach out to the person that invited you to this masterclass. Get your questions answered, schedule your call within the next day, okay? Because you know what? The universe loves speed. And we want to walk you guys through a game plan and show you the roadmap on what it takes to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And that saying is a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, right? Anything that you'd like to add to that, Kristy, as we close up?
Love it. Yeah. Be an action taker, lean into the potential that and the possibility that you have now found a better path full of hope, full of excitement, full of fulfillment, full of impact, and
Mm.
that leap. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the inside.
Absolutely. Everybody, God bless. Take care. We appreciate you. And we are excited to see you within the community. And obviously, Kristy and I, we're always here to help you out as well. Okay. Everybody, take care. We'll see you soon.